We got an amazing, massive flatland stretch right here. It's a more narrow one with a little village right in there. Great for building. A lot of flat area right there. Straight ahead, you got a ruined portal built into the side of the hill and a little lava pool that's in the underground area right there, which I think is pretty cool. So you got right there. And as you can see right there, on top of this hill, you got a massive amount of flat area for building. That overlooks this little valley right here. You also got a decent amount of hills right here, which looks pretty nice. On the other side of the hill, that's right by spawn, you have even more flat area on top of that hill as well. So you got a lot of great building potential, so enjoy. We got a massive flatland plains spawn. As you can see, just tons and tons of great open area for you to build or do whatever the heck you want. You do have a little village over there, as you can see. And over here, you got even more open area, a lot more plains area for you to do whatever the heck you want to do with. As you can see, especially by the river, which I always like building by the river. Just looks nice. And then over here, we have even more plains, followed by a village, but in between the mountain, right there, on this little lake right here, got a little swamp area, but we also have a little ruined portal, which I think looks pretty good, especially with all this wide open plains area and this little forest in the middle. So, if that's your jam, enjoy. This seed's going to spawn you right around here. You're going to be overlooking this river slash lake right here. You're going to have a lot of force over in this general direction. However, if we turn around, we start on a plains biome that's on top of a hill with some sakura trees right here. You also have a little flat island down there in part of that little river right there. So great building spot right there. If you just continue following this hill, you just have tons and tons of plains area for you to potentially build upon or do whatever you want to do on there. And you got some down here as well. You got more hills over there, which will also have a good spot for building, and more plains here and different elevations. So if you like having your builds on varying heights, this is a really good seed for that. Enjoy. We got another massive flatland plains biome. You do also have this large body of water right by spawn. For those like that, large forests and massive plains right here. A lot of great building potential right here. A lot of flat area all the way around here. And if we loop on back here, you do have a little bit of a hill right here. Great building opportunity for like a big fortress or a base or something like that. A lot of low-lying flatland plains area as well. And another little hill over here, almost surrounded by water. Right here, another really great build potential, especially with that ruined portal being right there in the middle of the water. You know, a lot of potential right there. So overall, really great massive flatland seed. Enjoy. We got another amazing plains biome seed right here. So at spawn, you have these nice snow-covered mountains right here. Really good scenery. Across this little ravine, you have a little bit of flat area to build right there. However, if we turn around, you can go up this hill. You have this pretty big sakura tree biome on top of this hill. However, if you want to be able to get down into the deep cave systems really quickly, you can do so. Right there, you got a pretty good cave entrance right here. And on top of this, you can see it's a pretty large sakura tree biome. And if you wanted to trim some of these trees down, you can end up building up here because the land itself is relatively flat. And then if we come over to this side of the hill, you have a massive plains biome and a really nice slow decline on this part of the hill. So if you wanted to build like a staircase or something down, going all the way down to the lower levels, you can, as this part's really steep. And you got a lot of great building potential down here as well. A lot of water spread throughout here, and pretty good scenery if you decide to build on the lower levels as well. So enjoy. We got another amazing plain seed right here. It might look a little weird because you're not in a plains area. In fact, you have this little underwater cavern system close to spawn. So if you like that, there you go, because you might end up spawning in this area. Otherwise, you might spawn on this plains area right here. Overall, really massive plains biome. Like a really good spot for building. You do have a little village on this hilltop over here. As you can see, it goes up into the tree area as well. So if you like these little tree villages, or forest villages I should say, there you go. It also goes into the plains area, so you do have some area where you could build over here. You do also have a pretty decent sized hill over there, overlooking this area, so good scenery. And you do have this massive flatland area that can be utilized for building. As you can see, another really good village seed. You do have this area right here that does not have the plains or the grass area, so some people might like this, some people might not. Then we have a little lake that has a little island with a ruined portal nearby, as you can see, and more flat plains area over there, more plains area over there. So overall, really good seed. Enjoy. We got another amazing plain seed. So you're going to spawn on top of this hill right here. You have a decent amount of building potential on top of this area. You turn around, and down at the bottom of the hill, you have a pretty large plains biome. And as you can see, not too far from spawn, you got a little village that goes into the water, which is pretty cool. You also have a hill right there as well. So that's pretty interesting. Village 1 right here. You got another village over there. This village, or not this village, this little area right here is almost an island. If they didn't have this little village going all the way across, it would essentially be a little island right here. A little bit of water going through here. And if you come over in this part of the hill, that's the hill where you spawned on. You got even more plains biome right here. A lot of great build potential. So it's Village 1, Village 2, and Village 3 over by that Sakura Hill biome. So you got a massive area for building, and 3 villages, and a good variety of trees to choose from. So enjoy. We got another amazing plains biome right here. So right at spawn, you got a large body of water, great for exploration. Then you have a huge forest right behind you, and then the start of the plains biome. Got a lot of flat area, a lot of great plains biome, a little beach right there, right by spawn, and a village not too far from spawn. It's a good sized village. As you can see, they have some on the hill parts right there, so great for building potential. Could even build a bridge between those two parts. Then you also have a low-lying area right here. So really good village. It's not too, just honestly, destroyed with procedural generation. And then you also have even more potential right here for building in this plains area. You got a little entrance to the caves right here. Really, really good. Got a little pool right here as well. And even more massive amounts of plains biome for you to build. If you go over to this area though, you do got a little island close to spawn. So if you wanted to build on this little island, you can. You also have savanna over in that general direction as well. So you do have your options for trees. As you can see, large forest over in that area, savanna in that area, massive plains biome right here. Enjoy. We got another amazing plains seed right here. It is on a peninsula, so you're nearly surrounded by water. You got a couple pieces of land out there, a couple more over there. But what we're really going to focus on is this massive plains. You do got a little beach right here. You do have a coastal village, which does go out in the water. It looks pretty cool. And it's not like just like a flat area. It actually is on, most of the village is on a hill. So you got this right here. I really like that. Just the way it looks. And for those who want to see underneath, there you go. So overall, a really good plains village seed right here. And then up here, you got a decent amount of flat area. Got some more great building locations right along the coastal area right here. And it just goes on As you can see, a lot of great building potential for here. And you do have a cave entrance right here that goes down pretty far. So enjoy. We got another special plain seed this time. It is a massive plains biome. However, it is not all in one elevation. So you got a lot of low-lying plains area right there, a little hill right there that has a couple sakura trees on them, or cherry trees, with a little bit of flat area to build on top right there. Over here you got a small little island that has a little bit of flat area to build, with a couple trees, with a ruined portal nearby. That could make a great nether base or nether entrance base. Then you got a massive forest over here, and it goes over there as well. You do have some flat area up on that hill to build, and on this part of the spawn, you have a pretty good amount of flat area to build as well. Got some more on that hill, and you got some more on that hill, and you got a little river village in this part of the plains biome. So you got a lot of potential to build pretty much all over spawn area. So enjoy.